Welcome to another Planning Phase Syndicate. Thank you all so much for joining us tonight. We have an amazing game scheduled for y'all. We have Spain versus Sweden this week, and I believe Marcelo was actually on our stream last week, either the same day or the day before. Cannot remember which it was, flying the exact same lifts, obviously. This is round 7, and I believe this is their 4th or 5th game that they have in this week. So we have an amazing turnout. With me tonight is my co-host, Mr. Charles Dillman. How are you tonight, sir?
Doing all right. Took the day off of work so that I could mess around and play Assassin's Creed Valhalla most of the day, and now I get to join you during a pretty bad thunderstorm here in Florida so that we could watch some awesome X-Wing players.
Yeah, so you can't go outside, but you are welcome to be able to watch the stream with us. So if you don't know who we are Planning Phase Syndicate. We just started our show. We air every Sunday night at 9 p.m. Eastern or 100 UTC time. We do a podcast too as well every Sunday, and then we also, obviously, besides streaming XCC streams, we stream other games either between patrons or people on our Discord, or sometimes just the hosts want to get angry and beat each other up. Depends on the day.
Depends on Charles, what the podcast topic was.
Yeah, last week the podcast topic was a good discussion around not swarms, but it turned into a discussion around swarms. We actually discussed point costs, how point costs affects everything, and kind of some things for newer beginner players or people just starting out to know when it comes to point costs. We had a very good discussion on that. 2 hours.
We did.
2 hours, buddy. So if you want to go ahead and begin, Charles, if you want to go ahead and run down the list for Spain for the Republic side, that'd be awesome.
For Empire 0.5, you got it. So Obi-Wan Kenobi in the Delta 7B with CLT. Anakin Skywalker in the Eta 2 Actis. Looks like they're ready to start as well.
Yep.
Give me just 1 second here.
There we go.
So Anakin Skywalker with the Eta 2 Actis. That is the pre-position crit-bot Anakin Skywalker. So he has marksmanship, R7, A7, and auto blasters. And then 2 104th Battalion ARC 170s. Did I get that right this time? I think last time I called them something else and it was wrong.
You did. Yes.
Okay.
They are 104th Battalion ARC 170s.
There we go. And then for Empire 1.0, what you got?
So for Archie's team, we have Colonel Vessery in the TIE Defender, which is actually very exciting to see. Darth Vader in the X1 with fire control systems, and Seven Sister with fire control systems. So we have one definitely very KG list and one semi-KG list here. So it should be a pretty good match. Those defenders can either just melt, or they can be so KG that they are points fortresses for the whole game. Thank you, Mr. Dart Frog, for following us. If you have not and joined our stream, please help us try to get to 200 followers. You can click the follow button, get notified every time we go live, which right now seems to be every day almost because of these XCC streams. So we'll see what happens next week, because I think this week is the last week of play.
And if you feel so inclined and you really like our content enough that you would like to subscribe, remember, you can do so using your Bezos bucks. Your Prime memberships allow you a free subscribe to a Twitch stream. We are more than happy to accept that. So far, 2 of you have liked our content enough to do so. So hopefully we get to keep bringing you guys this content and you enjoy our witty banter and sometimes anger at each other. Only when we play Torquemux, though.
Only when we play Torquemux. So yeah, if you want to redeem Torquemux, you can type exclamation Torquemux in the chat. There you go.
Yes, you can. The betting is now open until first shots. Bet for the left side is Marcelo with Spain. That is number 1. Number 2 is Archie from Sweden. Choose your champion.
Yeah. And it's a fun little game. We as of right now we don't have any other play. We are discussing as we continue to grow, putting some giveaways in there based on highest point scored, most times watched. I believe we had our buddy made us some Baby Yoda tokens,
Yep.
so that is pretty cool to see. Also, if you want to join our Discord, you could type exclamation Discord into the chat, and there you go. There's the link to our Discord. That's where we are try to be the most active, at least when we go live. Um, and then if you want to follow any of our other stuff, you can type exclamation social, and that gives you every single thing that we are on. We don't do Twitter as of right now because Twitter is not super fun. At least in this format, it's not. Twitter's a pain in the ass, actually. I like Discord so much better. It's a lot more intimate. So as you can see on the opening, we have Vader and the Defender kind of slowly rolling in there. You got Anakin up on the, I'm going to call it the right side because in my world it's the right side.
That looks good.
He's rolling up on the right side. He wants to get behind him, do some crit bots. I believe we saw last time Marcelo actually was able to keep those 104 battalions pretty in line together and to cover up a bunch of different lanes. And we saw
Like he's
Anakin
doing the
go
same
around the
here.
back. And Obi-Wan kind of did like a flanking, and then Obi-Wan kind of came into the mix. We saw a lot of Obi-Wan shooting. And if I remember right, this is the one where Obi-Wan kept chasing each other. They kept chasing each other away.
Yep, I think you are right. It looks like he's doing the same thing though with the with those arcs, shutting down the bottom lane and that mid lane up top, and then using Obi and Annie for some exterior flanking maneuvers to try and pull people away from them and bait people out.
Yep, and I actually got to change the color on Seven Sister there. It's orange, not red. My eyes have deceived us. Yep, that Defender can easily go in the middle. That thing is very maneuverable. And you know, I've actually been watching Rebels again, Charles, funny enough. And the with the Defender, I think I'm on season 4, right at the beginning where Thrawn initiates and they actually steal a Defender, and that was pretty funny. Because how come I don't have an Ezra Defender in Scum or in Rebels? You know.
Oh Lord, if they give us one, good night. I mean, to be fair, we have a TIE fighter in Rebels and no one uses it. I'd love to see somebody fly Sabine's TIE fighter. I'd like to see it in a list. I don't think we will until something happens to make it more pertinent, but yeah.
Yeah, and
throwing shots already.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's a Defender, so hit crit. Coming in from that arc there.
How's it, Axion? Welcome back, sir.
I guess we'll leave betting open for a few more minutes and see if they actually put a bunch of hit points in. I doubt they will because it's a Defender, so. But you never know. Though I will wager next round we will definitely see quite a bit of engagement. And for those of you who are seeing and have never seen that before, they're using like a maneuver dial card, which is actually really cool. I found out about it the last GSP tournament that I played in, and I was actually able to use that on a few of my opponents. For the most part, I play most factions, but there's definitely some Scum stuff and a few Rebel things that I've not played before. And so it was very useful in being able to see what maneuvers that are possible on those dials.
Absolutely. It's much easier than in person when you have to constantly look over at your opponent and go, hey, what maneuvers can that ship do again?
Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing is, like, I wonder what they're going to do when they go back in person. And I sit there and think, FFG doesn't care about us. Like, they're not going to, like, you would think that we could get an app where I could just scan a ship. Like, oh, there's a skip, or they could give you a QR code or something like that. I could scan that QR code for this list, and I would get a maneuver dials for all of them, and it would just be like pictures I could scroll through. That would be really cool.
In 1.0, the packaging actually came with a printout of the ship's maneuvers. that people would cut, and they'd have a stack of them in their kit, and they would just rifle through and take out the ones they needed.
That's actually a really good idea. I never thought about that. But wouldn't that be a cool idea for an app though, Charles? Like that would be really fun of an idea for an app because for me in this world, it would be insane to be able to have it and just be able to scan a QR code, know what my opponent's list, click on the ship, I could keep score all right on my phone. Like that would be ideal for me. That would be the best thing in the world.
I would just like to see something like that incorporated into like Launch Bay next, rather than having another app, because I know in 1.0 there were like six different list building apps, and it just got to be a pain trying to keep them all together. Luckily with 2.0 we have the official app, we have Launch Bay, and that's really about it. I think there's one other that iPhone users use predominantly, but not 100% on that.
I'll say because the only app, I don't, they came out with that FFG app and I don't use it. You know what?
Nobody does. Nobody
You know
does.
what I
It was.
use?
What do you use?
I use Yasby on Chrome. That's what I use. That's exactly it. I don't use
So I
anything else.
use I use Launch Bay, but that's because Launch Bay is part of, I think, of Yasby. It's like the mobile version of Yasby.
Okay. You know what? That's good to know. Now you gave me some tasks for tonight. So while I'm doing video editing, we'll come through here and I'm going to have to download that Launch Bay and see what it is. And I might actually, too straightforward.
Ooh, getting in there and getting nasty all up front. I
Yep. I
think the
wonder if
last time we saw him play, he was a little more cautious with those. But he shut down that lane, so there's no going after Obi, which clears Obi to come in for, and shuts down that lane. So we'll definitely see some shots on those arcs this round.
Yep. And the nice thing is that did he bump? He didn't bump. Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
he clears
Holy
that.
crap. Look how close that
Look at
was.
that
Oh my gosh.
nonsense.
All right, hold on. I gotta zoom in. I gotta know.
Bro, that's like a millimeter.
Yeah, he's lucky. Yep.
Keep in mind that I'm American and we don't use the metric system, so if that's not a millimeter, I really apologize for for misrepresenting what that measurement is. But it looks like it's in my brain what a millimeter would be.
That is definitely gonna be one sad arc, though. I'll tell you that.
I don't know. I mean, yeah, he's
Yeah,
gonna eat something, but
he is.
I mean, he's got 9 health, so one shot. He took a focus. Does he have? The initial shot he won't, but he'll get a target lock if he wants it after he shoots.
Now debating what to do with Obi there.
Bring Seventh Sister in, nice and soft. Obi-Wan's gonna really.
Yep, and I think
Okay.
he did the same thing last time with Obi. We saw quite a bit of aggressiveness with Obi, even without that CLT.
What is Anakin gonna do? Oh, is that a pre-maneuver Anakin? How does that work again? I have to refresh my memory.
He would have to
No, it's during the
pre-position it.
system phase.
Yeah.
During the system phase. Okay.
So in the chat, Biz says Launch Bay Next is created and maintained by a Swede, and it's not the same as Yasby, but it's an app, so it's nice on the phone. So either which
know
way, I
when
still will go check it out.
I was gonna say, I know when someone sends me like a Yasby link through Facebook Messenger or
Oh,
text
wow.
or however they're sending it, my phone offers to open it in Launch Bay. So that's why I assumed they were the same.
Man, Vader coming in strong too. I guess you only have to worry about the 2 shots. I mean, I don't know. That bullseye is almost going to be there for Obi. Well, they
It is
definitely have a
there
bullseye.
on
Question is whether
Seventh
you go
Sister.
into Vader or you go into Seventh Sister right there.
I mean, it's 3 dice either way. Right?
No,
Seventh Sister gets 4 and Vader gets 4. So I mean, you're getting the same amount.
I'm sorry, I meant with Anakin. Because I didn't know
Oh
whether you
yeah.
go in there and try to strip that token from Vader, or do you just say, "Hey, Seventh Sister, we're going to strip some of your force." It'll be a 3-on-4, 2 hits. We have 1 evade. Do we see a force? Nope, we do see a shield, so that must
Nope.
not be. I
She
don't know. I
accepts.
can't.
He went to Seventh Sister, so he accepted the damage without spending the force.
And that's why I wonder if it was a blank and we just can't see it because it's cockeyed. Because we ain't got a dice cam.
No, looking at the chat, it was 4 dice with 1 evade and 1 eye.
All right. Well, here comes Vader back into yellow.
This is going to be painful.
Oh, yeah. I told you. I did not expect Vader to come in. Oh, and he's got his
3.
fire control. Yep. Change one to a crit, and then we get our fire control trigger. Ooh. Oh, full string. And I think you spend your focus, or do you just
spend
save
it while
for
you got it.
offense?
Well, you got another shot coming from Vessery next, so
Yep, this way it only takes the shields.
yeah, it looks like that's what he did.
Yeah, because I mean, you almost have to, you know.
Oh,
Then he spends Obi-Wan. Yep. See, there's Obi with that. That's what I was saying. I think Vader moved into Bullseye for Obi-Wan.
Foresight would have been fun there.
It would be. We don't usually see that though. I don't think. Oh, 2 crits.
Yeah, spend that force. Spend that
No,
force.
I don't know. Do you spend the force? I think he has a focus, doesn't he? Nope, he's gonna spend the force.
He does, but you want to save that focus for defense when you can mod multiple dice. I think if you only need to mod 1, spending a force is better than spending your focus. Oh, Vader's got the focus. Does he spend it? I think you do.
Yeah, why would?
I mean, he's still got another shot from red and yellow.
But he's still got 2 force, so. Or do you just spend both of your force and save your focus?
Wait, was he shooting at Seventh Sister? Oh, he shot at Seventh Sister.
Oh. Okay.
I thought it was I think he
I
had
thought it
them
was
both.
Vader too.
He had them both in Bullseye, so.
Okay. Oh, makes sense then.
Given Seventh Sister only had the force, that seems like a better shot. Oh, now Vessery has choices. Do you continue to pump it? Oh, he's going into yellow. Okay.
Yeah, just take yellow right off the board there.
He needs 6 damage to do so.
Yep. So we're gonna have 4 coming in here, and then we still got 7 sister. Oh.
And no target lock for Vessery, but he does get after he rolls the dice, he does get a lock. So spend that lock to get 1 more hit. And then spend his focus to make it 3.
Yep, Colonel Vessery is definitely a badass. Oh, man. And we're getting 3 damage. Better than 4, though, I'll tell you that. Milu says, "Vamonos, Marcelo." It's like, yes. Yes, run. Run, that guy's almost dead. Not quite. I guess the good thing is she can't spend her force anymore. So now it is only 2 dice. So no matter, unless it's 2 crits and they chain each other, we will probably see that yellow be able to take his shot or her shot or their shot.
1 hit because there are no mods from Seventh Sister.
No, he has a target lock.
Oh.
And he has fire control.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about fire control.
We're seeing at least 1 more go in. All right.
All right. But he survives. He's limping very hard.
No crits. That's the positive thing. No crits.
That would have been a very lead for the Empire player.
Yep, very sad. Go back in the Seventh Sister.
Yep, keep that fire.
Ooh.
Natties.
Red's pissed. Red says, "No, thank you." I'm gonna avenge my fallen comrade, or almost. Oh
And Seven
man.
Sister laughs at the feeble attempt of the Republic.
Oh, oh, what a shame.
And yellow. Do you stay
Yeah,
on Seven
range 2.
Sister? Or do you take the
I
range 1 at Vessery?
Well, Vessery still has 1 evade. You probably go with the tokenless one. I don't know. I would go with the tokenless one.
I would, yeah.
I mean,
Yep,
because
okay.
if you can at least get half points, you can even the score out, and it'll make it easier to spend your focus. There
Spend the
is no
focus for
mods,
2.
for Seven Sister, and there you go. There's half
Oh!
point.
Yep, half points on Seventh Sister. So that does bring the points back up a little bit. So now it's 40. No, Seven Sisters 45. So it's 24 to 21, 22 to 21.
23 to 21. Marcelo from Spain is in the lead.
Yeah, we forgot about that. Those 104th battalions are chunky and not really worth a whole lot for absorbing 3 shots from, absorbing an entire volley to get 20 points. That's
Yeah. So I think that would be 2 full turns of nobody shooting at Obi and Anakin. Now your Obi is 4 starved, so that's not super fun. But they're kind of in a. We all know. Okay, we know what Colonel Vessery is probably going to do. Like that seems like a pretty easy
I would be
decision there.
willing to bet that we're going to see a 4K.
I would just assume so too. I don't know why you wouldn't. It's free, so that's what I would do if it were me. And I'm pretty sure it fits behind Obi because he doesn't have him at bullseye. So really, then that just kind of depends on what do you do with Vader. You probably try to get Vader out of there, and then you just the here's the thing is Anakin can come in and take Seven Sister out. So if Seven Sister does not run, Seven Sister's probably dead. That would be my wager. I don't foresee a world in which she does not, or that she lives. Now, I guess she is pretty cagey though, right? So,
Right.
but I think that's the difference. I mean, if let's just say your arc does run for whatever reason and goes just straight and just goes through the gas cloud, says, screw it, I'm not going to take any mods. I'm just going to do this. Who cares if I don't get to roll? I'm going to force you to shoot at me. Then you have your Seven Sister there and your Vader coming in. And, if he goes forward, he could at least get a back arc shot at Seven Sister,
Yeah.
And if it were me, that's probably what I would do with it. Just to force them to say either you're going to shoot or you're going to let me live on the board. And we all know what happens when you let an arc live on the board a little bit too long. We saw that last time.
Yeah. No, I think we see a 4K from Vessery, and then he takes the shot on the arc and takes it off the board because it's only got, 2 health left?
Yeah, your arc's down to 2 health.
Yep. You get your free evade. It's white. Take your focus. Throw your dice. Get your target lock immediately after throwing dice so that you can reroll what you need and then spend your focus. Depending on where the arc goes, because he could just zoom and go through that cloud and say no thank you to anything and just get out for a little bit.
You know who took first player?
It looks like Marcelo has first player.
Okay. So that is a little bit unfortunate for his Anakin. It means his Anakin has to move before Darth Vader does. Now, remember, Darth Vader does not have afterburners on him, so Darth Vader, there is a possibility in a weird world that he may get caught by Obi if Obi decides to come in there. I just don't know if you want to leave your Obi out to dry,
I don't see Vader getting very far. I see
Vessery,
yellow going up. If it were me, I would do the largest the largest straight maneuver with yellow that I could to try and get out of as many arcs as possible. Who cares about the gas cloud? And then I would bring red up with a 1 bank in past that rock, maybe a 1 hard if you have to get around that rock. I would pre-position Anakin to bring him in a little heavier, and then you shut down all escape routes for Vader because he can't boost through a medium base. And unless he pulls a 1 hard and goes right at his younger self. Oh, well, there we go.
All right, so there
There's
you go.
the
So that
K
was a
turn.
little different than I thought, but ooh, and no
And no
consequences.
downside, just a stress.
I guess I've been playing those stupid those
Fire
those
sprays.
fire sprays a little too long. Just go straight. You ain't got to do 4K. I always forget. This gives them 2 extra dice.
He did
So
it too hard and bumped Vader, so that shuts down the one left bank from Vader.
hey, what a
Oh,
surprise!
and in tonight's news, a defender does a K turn.
And gets mods. Come on, you're missing that.
Stupid defenders.
I'll tell you what though, they don't always live. So
I think I hate
let's be
defenders
fair.
more than you hate Torkel Mugs.
Really? All right.
Oh,
fair
dude,
enough.
I hate defenders. I've hated them since 1.0.
I
They
think
are
you hated Soontir
terrible.
fell.
I do hate. So, well, to be fair, I hate the Empire. Let's just go there.
Okay,
Let's
there
just
you go.
leave it at that. We just dislike Soontir, or just dislike the Empire as a whole. Oh, well, hello there, Seventh Sister.
Go Rebels. There is no Rebels here.
I was gonna say we have Emperor. We have the beginnings of the Empire, the actuality of the Empire here. Oh,
Yep, and Obi's going away, saying, "I don't want none of this." See, now that does leave that lane open for Vader, if Vader did choose to go that way. And we didn't see a pre-position from Anakin, did we? We did not.
we did not. 2 seconds. I gotta bounce into mod chat here.
Yep, and Obi just boosting away. Anakin coming in 3 straight. I think that boost would still fit technically if he really wants to. Or you just kind of pre-set up and take your target lock on Vader, just in case Vader bumps.
I think that's the plan there.
I did not know that target lock was a force, though.
Maybe on the Adas.
Well, obviously it is, because he did that. Vader rides his bike without support wheels.
It's true.
Well, and we talked about it a little bit, about a KG list, right? I mean, here it is right there. You know, I guess as we'll see probably up a barrel roll. Try to get out of that arc's range, which I think is successful. Anakin's got no shot. We know that Defender does. Defender, do you go in? Yep, you go into yellow. We'll give yellow that extra dice, though. But I think that's okay, because your goal is maybe you'll get lucky. Maybe you'll take them off the board. Did you delete somebody, Charles?
I did.
What'd they say?
They asked us if we wanted to become famous and buy followers. You know, the normal.
Oh, there you go. Look, that Defender. No mods. I'm going to roll hit, crit. Ugh. Oh, what happens? What happens? What are we going to do with that arc?
And he does not have a blank, so the cloud
Yep,
does
the gas
not
cloud
change
doesn't work.
anything.
And Kit dies.
Yep. He gave it his
Poor,
best shot.
poor battalion.
The clone troopers are used to being expendable.
Yeah, they're almost like stormtroopers, kind of, you know?
They're just better shots.
I think that's just because they got smarter when they made Clone Wars.
Well, I mean, to be fair, the stormtroopers were a conscription army rather than being clones.
Yep. Red goes to say, "Hey, I'm going to try to do something," and nothing happens.
Learned about that in the Bad Batch. I've actually started to watch that and try and get into that a little bit.
Have you?
Yeah.
I have seen every episode. And I had same with Loki, both of them.
I have a problem with the cartoons. Not like I don't have a problem with the cartoons per se, but like I can't get into them. I've tried Rebels. I've tried Resistance. Is that what the other one is?
Well, they have Resistance, Clone Wars, and Rebels. I did not watch
Yes.
Resistance. My son told me not to.
Oh, I've tried all three, and I don't know what it is about the animation. I can't get into it. But like the Mandalorian, 100%. I've watched every episode multiple times, but I just can't seem to get into the cartoons.
Well, I will tell you, the Rebel show is really good in terms of storyline, and I agree with you on the animation. It's definitely a little bit different. Um, but in
And I'll say this, it's not that I hate animation because I've watched every episode of Avatar: The Last Airbender more times than I can count. I enjoy cartoons. I just something in my brain does not agree with the animation style that they chose to do.
Yep, and I will tell you the original Clone Wars, the beginning first 3 seasons were really hard. But once you get past those 3 seasons, I mean, the story starts to pick up in 3 and it gets really good in 4 and 5 and then by the time they're at the end there, it's just off the charts. Like for me it's the story. And Rebels is the same way. Like there's a Darth Vader Ahsoka duel, right? You know, and it's just I agree with you. It's really hard sometimes with some of the way it looks, but for me, it's the storyline. And I
Sure.
will say the Airbender is amazing. You know,
I
I've not
love
watched all of
Avatar.
them,
I've watched
but
every episode, and I gave the movie a shot, which was a mistake on my part. But God, that was a dumpster fire. But anyway,
so what do you think here? We see that Art go in, try to block that defender. That'd be my guess.
yep. And I think we see Vader one in on himself, one hard barrel roll boost, maybe.
He can't boost. He doesn't have a boost. Vader doesn't boost. There is no boosting for Vader.
Oh
Now you
well.
know what would be a really good idea for
Still,
defenders?
he can barrel roll and then take a focus
Yes.
if he wants. He already has the target lock, so
Yep. The question is do you want to just take Anakin head on or not? I mean, it's not as bad as taking it from behind, from the backside of the ship. Um, but but it's still, I mean, the Anakin is still an Anakin, and it's still. I don't believe that Critbot trigger or has to trigger on back and forth, right?
Sorry about losing my composure, stream. I'm
While you
12 years old
perform an
in my
attack, you
mind
may
sometimes.
spend it to change a hit to a crit. And he still has auto blasters. The defender is in your bullseye, add an additional die, neutralize the results if you are not in the defender's thing. So you don't even use auto blasters right there.
It's
But
good
you
to
have
know that I'm not on
marksmanship.
my. It's good to know I'm not on my own. Do you want to go ahead and close betting there? We're way in.
I thought I did. Did somebody open it? Did you open it again?
No, Streamlabs just said that betting was open.
Oh, it's all right. I'm closing betting.
Get your life together.
Well, I swear to God, it said it. I have a timer set on it. It's supposed to be like set to like 15 minutes.
Oh well.
All right, my bad. It's okay. So we see the one bank in there. He was debating to see if he can catch Colonel off guard, and of course not, because it's a defender.
Yep. Stupid
You know.
defenders.
Can
He
you
doesn't have a
imagine
one
if
turn.
defenders
So it'd
were
be
like
it'd be
command
a
techs, and you could
two
just
turn.
what's that?
The X1 doesn't have a one turn. The chat said so. It looks like we've got a maybe a two turn from Vader here.
I like I like Kirk's original idea of the K turn. Or the Talon roll, I believe. That's
That'd be good there.
that's what I would be doing too, because it turns you around. You still get your mods because you're Vader.
The chat just caught up, and when you caught yourself about taking the shot from the rear of the ship.
Yep, Seven Sisters just staying out there on the flanks.
Yeah, she doesn't want it. She don't want the smoke.
Yeah.
Oh, we still got blood in the water. Maybe. What do we see here? We see a boost. Maybe a range 3 shot.
Yeah, it won't be bullseye though. But yes, you could probably get a range 3.
If he barrel, he only get that one action. He could spend a force and barrel roll. He's got no other shots. That might put her in bullseye.
I think he just spent the force to boost. Nope.
Nope.
I guess not.
Boost was his stand. There's that bullseye. Maybe. Fuck. I hate bullseye because I could never tell.
Yep.
All right. Oh. Anakin comes in with the Talon.
Yep. I like that call too.
Is that a force maneuver there?
Yes, you have. Yes, it is definitely a force maneuver.
And then he's going to barrel roll for his action, and
Yep.
hope that Vader swings around.
He's gonna be really sad though if Vader does do that.
He gets.
Nope. All right, he got it. He got him, and he's got him in bullseye too.
Look at that.
Now
Look
he's
at
just,
that.
Vader's just gonna barrel roll though. So.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yep. Sorry, Anakin. There will be no bullseye today.
Yeah, but it's still rear arc. He still gets to roll, and if he gets natural crits, or spends his crit bot to get it, Vader still cannot cancel those crits. So this is still an unfortunate position to be in. And there's that
so
shot.
The question is, are you sure? Don't you have to use auto blasters? Do you not have to use the auto blasters for it?
No, you have to use auto blasters.
Oh, okay. Yep.
But you don't have to have bullseye. Bullseye is just an extra die and marksmanship triggers.
I gotcha.
He spends it to get the crit, so Vader takes a shield no matter what he rolls. Because it's rear arc. So, yep.
Okay, so then that is even more useful than I thought it was.
Yeah, with auto blasters, the bullseye gives you an additional die, which is why you want to try and get the bullseye, because it makes it a 3-die attack at range 2 instead of a 2-die attack. Looks like we're going range 3 into 7th Sister.
And if I'm Obi, I don't know if
he adds the. Do you spend the force here? I don't think you do.
Not for one.
No.
I would not force my
it'd be
star for
2.
one.
It'd be 2. He has her in bullseye, so he adds the focus from CLT. But I think he chose not to spend it as well. There was no green die rolled, and we're moving into the next round. So
yeah, that's how I would. I wouldn't have. I wouldn't have done that.
No, for like a crit and 2 focuses, then yeah, I spend it to get 3. But
so now this does put Colonel in a predicament, because a 3 maneuver, I think, puts you almost on that rock. If not on that rock, you're pretty bloody close. And you got Obi that just can come in there. So either you're going to take your defender and just kind of run, which is probably what I would do, is just do my K-churn, sit out there, because there's really not a reason. I don't think Anakin can get around that rock fast enough, even if he barrel rolls all the way to the back. I mean, he might. You know what? He might be able to if he does barrel. He barrel rolls all the way to the back, and then hards in. He might be able to get him behind that rock. Oh man! But then you're opening yourself up to Vader.
I don't know.
Who do you want? Do you want Vader, or do you just turn Anakin in and go after 7th Sister?
I think you go for the kill shot on 7th Sister.
I mean, at this point, and I would be doing your 4K with your arc right there. Nope, gonna do the 2 hard in.
Yep. No, okay. you want to keep 4K. 4K removes the shot. This at least gives you the opportunity to keep arcs on 7th Sister.
So he doesn't do the K-churn.
I think he's just resetting. Just come out around the rock, get away, set up your next engagement. There's no reason to be hyper aggressive here.
Well, let's see if he goes all in on.
As I say, you're up on points at this point, yeah?
Yeah, Sweden's up on points.
Yeah.
Now, if you lose 7th Sister,
Then we got that
That's
close game again.
then we got a close game again. Yep. If I were you, yep, I would boost
Boost
and
around
either
that cloud.
boost or
That is
barrel and take. I probably would boost though to see if I can get that cloud to put between me, and I definitely would be taking. Nope. Okay. Take the evade. Obia's not clear. Yep. And there you go, Anakin.
Anakin is out of arc, so auto crits happen. He's got that bullseye. I'd say boost in. They could boost, right? Adas? I don't know. Adas are little mosquito ships.
Yes.
Yeah, if he boosts in to range 1, that's a 4-die auto blaster's attack. You've got marksman for 1 free crit, so it doesn't matter what you roll.
And will you be sad if he doesn't hit bullseye on that?
Oh, I guarantee he's got bullseye on that. What is Vader doing? Talon. Uh-oh.
Yep. There's that Talon roll we were looking for earlier.
Yeah.
Well, it's a range 1.
Bye,
Sister.
Seventh Sister. That's an auto crit from marksmanship, so no matter what he rolls, she's dead. Let's just see how much pain he puts in.
Oof. All right.
Yep, marksmanship changes that to a crit, and I don't think you spend your charge. Don't waste it. I mean, you don't need to spend anything.
Oh, and a blanked out by Seven Sister too.
Poof. Spend all the force.
At least it's Seven Sister. We still have almost a full health Vader and a full health Defender, though. Marcelo is up 45 points. I would say that was a pretty fair trade on Marcelo's part. Darth Vader is at a range 3 shot. I think that's a range 3 shot. He's got his target locked, though, so Vader doing Vader things. You're going to be able to change your 1 to a crit.
FCS.
Yep. Oh, you just spend the force. You ain't got shots coming back. No reason for it.
No, fair enough.
You get your force back next round. Oh, ooh. Anakin, you got to spend that force, and you are taking 1 crit.
Damn Adas. And it is wounded.
Oh, no.
So after you perform an action on a hit or crit, you get stressed.
Yep. Not the worst thing in the world.
No. I think you turn Anakin away at this point. Let Obi-Wan cover his back. Turn away. Fix your crit. Bring that arc to bear.
Yeah, the only sad part about crit bot Anakin is he doesn't have that regen from R2. Because I've seen a regen R2. Oh, you know what? It doesn't work on hull, does it?
No, they don't have
shield.
They don't
That's
have
right,
shields, so there's no point.
Is there one that regens hull? Maybe there isn't.
No, not that I'm aware of.
There should be.
I mean, I think there's one that allows you to fix. I think there's one that allows you to repair cards. And if you repair, I don't know. Is there a bot that allows you to repair face down? I know you can repair face up. I know you can repair face up to face down, but I don't know.
There is. We're gonna look this up. There is one. There has to be one. Look, I just pick a Y-wing, right? I don't need. Yep. There's an R5. Spend 1 energy to repair 1 face down damage. Or you can use an action to just repair one face up ship card. So it's an R5. All right, we got that arc churning in there, saying, "Hey Vader, why don't you come after me instead of my buddy Anakin there? Worth less points." Taking his focus.
It looks like R2D2 can do it as well.
Okay, so I was right then. I thought I was
Yeah.
R2D2 too, but
Yeah, you
I got it.
can gain a deplete token to repair a damaged card, recover a shield, or remove one device at range 0-1.
There you go. Okay, I was gonna
That
say,
gets
I
gets
swear
rid
I've
of your
seen that before.
god awful Discord missiles.
It does, yeah. That is very
Oh,
true.
oh, oh!
Anakin just getting ballsy there.
Do your blue or do the purple. Spend the force. Fix the crit, and hope that Vader goes fast enough that you get out of his arc.
There you go. Good show. Good show. Yeah, I get rid of Wounded Pilot too.
Yep. Vamos a España.
Yep. Vader's gonna go 2.
Oh, so we're gonna
So
have
the
shots
question,
through a cloud. So that
yeah,
negates the crits now. But the question is, do you barrel roll right so that you can get out of that bullseye and not give him the extra die to shoot?
yeah, because
Yeah,
you want to be able to, you want to get as far away from as many shots as you can,
yeah. It's better to
because
not
that
take
gives that,
shots than it is to.
yeah, that gives that arc range 3 if it has. I think it still does have range, but it gives it definitely a range 3 now. You know what I love? I love AHA sparkling water, raspberry version.
No, I'll pass. Thanks.
I do like it. Tastes really good.
Is it better than Lacroix?
Mm-hmm. Tastes so much better than LaCroix. Ooh,
I was gonna
there's
say
Anakin.
Lacroix just tastes like it was opened near fruit.
Yeah, no, this tastes like fruit. 2 hits coming in from Anakin. I missed
Like I
whether it
was
was
I
through a
was.
gas cloud or not. Must be because he's
It
rolling
does not
4
look.
dice.
Oh, maybe. It
Yep.
is obstructed range too.
Yep, there you go. Gas cloud, which is good for Anakin. That means it's coming back that way for him. So that is always good to see if you're Anakin.
So we have a little bit of time travel anomaly going on here,
Why is
breaking
that?
the space time continuum because Vader is shooting at Anakin.
Oh,
Not supposed to interact with yourself in the future or the past.
maybe it's from a different timeline. So then technically it wouldn't be.
You know, I thought about that. There was somebody that was saying that that the Mandalorian is creating an additional
Oh,
timeline that erases the sequel movies.
no, come on.
No,
That
like
is,
so the whole idea is that by saving Baby Yoda and Yoda ending up with Luke, they never used his DNA to create Snoke, and therefore Snoke never tempts Ben Solo, and that entire storyline never happens.
hmm.
So like there's a big internet following and a big internet rumor that Disney is trying to erase those movies from canon.
All right, I don't believe it, but we'll see. We got 1 hit on Vader from Obi. Probably gonna do nothing. Though we
I
did
mean, to
see
be
a
to
blink
be
out by Vader last week.
to be fair, if it resulted in the Thrawn trilogy, I'd be okay with that.
Uh, what is
What are you?
he?
What are you? What are you?
Oh, he's spent
Talking
a, no,
about?
no, sorry. I'm looking at the dice. Sorry.
I'm like, as big a Captain Thrawn fanboy or Admiral Thrawn fanboy you are, you don't want to see the Thrawn trilogy?
Oh, 100% I would. I would.
I would
That would
too.
be like the best thing in the world. I would that I just that's the best part of Rebels.
And the focus, range
Yep.
3.
What I was saying is we did see Vader blink out. on 4 dice and a game that we streamed last week. So,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden he almost blanked out.
I forget who
So,
was flying Vader when that happened.
I don't know. I'd have to look it up.
Yeah, I think it
I
was
think it was
me.
Hungary.
Oh.
No, 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 no. One of our XCCs.
Oh, I
No,
thought you
you
were
didn't.
making fun of me and the Defender Vader again.
Yes.
God, that was terrible.
Yeah, I can't believe, like, well, that Vader stayed alive a lot longer than he should have. I'll tell you that. Watching you
Yeah.
fly that, uh, he stayed alive a lot longer than I thought he would have.
So now you've got Vader, what, K turn? I don't know the X1 dial. I assume that it has a K turn.
You could, I don't know. It just seems bad because you're gonna
No,
have
you
Obi
zoom.
coming in. You're gonna have that Arc coming in. You're not gonna get a mod
No,
because you're stressed.
I think that arc's going to go at the Defender. That's what I think. I think we see Anakin, Obi, and the arc all go fast to try and lock down that Defender and forget about Vader for a minute. Because we just threw 3 shots at Vader and did nothing. So maybe you're a
You
little
can have 4 3
demoralized.
shots at a defender and do the same thing because it's a
It,
defender.
you're right, you can, but you're not counting on the Force in the Defender. So
That's true.
you'll get 2 modded shots and then 1 unmodded shot. So maybe. I don't know. I don't know what I
Uh,
would do in this situation because Anakin through that cloud is a sad Anakin. So
yes, but Anakin can do his pre-position. That's what he's gonna do. He's gonna pre-position on one side or the other of the cloud.
he
Guarantee it.
prepositions left and then banks in.
Yes. Yep. That would be me. That's probably what I would do. Um, because he can bear when he does his barrel roll, it can be all the way to the back or it can be all the way to the forward, and then that gives him the 1, 2, or 3 in on that defender. And if you are correct and all those other, that arc comes in, because if I were that arc, I would go 1 forward or 1 bank, and maybe almost just a 1 forward. Well, you almost got to do that bank though if you want to ensure you're getting the kernel in arc. I don't know. It does screw a lot of things up for Anakin. That pre-position maneuver that Anakin would do is a lot harder than it looks. But that either which way, even if your Anakin just did bump that arc on accident, he's just going to be sad because that Vader's going to come in there. That's the biggest problem is that Vader can go around that cloud. I think I think Vader he may clip the cloud. He may clip that cloud if he does a 3 hard. He may not clip the cloud. It is within inches, I guarantee it.
At what point does the Falcon zoom in from off board and surprise Vader and just destroy his life?
In the matchup that we have in a multi-faction, that's when it is.
That'd be
That'd be a
fantastic.
really cool multi-faction. Like you could do thematic multi-faction where FO and Empire are together, and then you have Republic and you would have Republic and Rebel together, and then the resist. I guess you could throw the Resistance in there, and then you would, I guess, just give Separatists to the Empire, right? Because essentially, kind of, they were pre-Empire. And then you turn around and say, okay, Scum can be for anybody. Everybody can use Scum, except for we ban Torkel Mux. That is the one ban that everybody should do. Remove Torkel Mux. I think I missed it earlier. Thank you, Andy Free Feet, for following us. I don't know, Charles. He's debating really hard on that Anakin there.
Yeah. I still go with the preposition left and then go up and around the cloud. Nope. Oh, yellow's ready. So we'll see what happens with red.
Yeah, he just hasn't set his Anakin dial. He's debating on what he wants to do, because I agree with you. If it were me, I would probably do my preposition and go after Colonel.
Yep.
Though the Colonel could always just go forward and boost out of some of that. Or barrel roll. I don't know. I hate that pre-position. I try to use it on some of the what were they, the Alpha Sabers or whatever from the
Oh, the gunboats?
no, 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 no. No, they don't have the sensitive controls is on the Soontir Fellowship. I don't know, it's too
Oh, the interceptor.
there you go. And I tried using some of those. I tried to run 666 list. Yep, there you go. There's your barrel
Yep,
roll.
we see that pre-position barrel roll. All
Yep,
right.
all the way to the back.
One
Yep,
bank.
there's your one bank.
That's a pretty wide net, so even a 5 straight doesn't help that defender unless he came in soft. Oh.
I came in 3 bank.
Well, of course, he's always going to do 3 or bigger. Get that free evade.
Target lock TV. Sounds like first edition. Yeah, it's probably very close to first edition. Oh, look at that Obi. He cleared it. That's pretty good. Is he debating a barrel roll? Just boost. There you go. Boost or stay. All right, Anakin, where'd you go? Oh, they are going in on Vader. Well, let's see what Vader does. Yep. Vader goes, it does hit the cloud. Question would be if it would clear that. I think it still would hit it. So at least he gets rid of 2 shots. Oh, no, not taking anything from it. That's pretty good. So he's only got 1 obstructed shot coming back from that arc.
I don't think the arc catches Vader.
You don't think it does? It might not.
I don't even think Vader has the arc.
Well, he
does
declined to shoot with Vader, so.
Vessery certainly does, but
Well, we always know Vessery does. That thing's a tank, too.
stupid defenders.
1 crit. Get your target lock. No?
Oh, yep. No? He doesn't have one.
He might not be close enough.
He didn't take it.
Hmm.
Oh, he could have for his ability.
That's what I thought, but
Totally forgot it. I'll bet he forgot it, and I'll bet it's a May. Is that a miss trigger? Or I can't go in. After you roll it, yeah, you may acquire a target lock, so he didn't do it.
yeah. Arc's going to shoot back, probably going to do no damage.
I wound up getting 2. Let's see what happens.
Well, yeah, at least they're going to evade 1. Oh, man.
Spend
He has a
both
focus,
tokens.
too, though. Yeah.
Yep, spend both. Yeah.
So pretty good round for Marcelo. I do think you got to start picking away at that defender. We're down to 18 minutes left. We got to be thinking end game here now.
And just so you know, looking down that green line on Vader, he did not have a shot, and neither did the arc.
Yeah.
So
you were right.
Yep.
From my angle, it looks like they did, but you
I just
definitely
moved
were right.
I just moved my camera around because I'm a spectator and I don't affect the stream.
That is very true. That is true, my friend. Give me a second. I'm going to go see if there's other games running too.
Sounds good.
It does look like Hexile is up. So when this is over, if nobody else has any XCC streams that come up, we'll be rating them. Not yet, though. Please don't go yet. So if you're the defender, here's the bigger thing. That arc can just one in, and So either that defender's gonna have to go fast to go around, and then you're gonna be without shots again, unless you do your 4K. And I don't know if that 4K clears if that defend or if that arc just goes to 1. Okay, so the reason we miss it is if there's a lock on that ship, he gets the lock. That's what we miss, Charles. Yep, and you're right, Raikou. Yep, Vader's lock is on Anakin. I, for whatever reason, thought it was on the Arc, but nope, you can clearly see that it is on Anakin there.
That would mean that we were paying attention to things.
Well, I am. I'm just a little tired and delusional. So what happens, my kid works third shift now, one of my kids. And so, like, sometimes he wants to play games late at night, and it's like, yeah, it's like 1 o'clock. I got to work in like 5 hours, man. Like 6 hours, I guess. But still. Like, I know, I
Oh,
know.
I'm assuming it still doesn't stop you.
I it didn't. I quit at 1 o'clock last night. I was like, yeah, that's enough for me. The 2 nights before that was 2 o'clock or 2:30. I was like, ugh.
So it wasn't a mistrigger. Okay.
No, it wasn't. That was our fault. I did
Yep.
think he had the lock on him, but
I think we see K turns from both ships, though. Or maybe not. I mean, you're down on points by 3. I think you have to be aggressive. Be aggressive.
yeah, that's what I was debating to say. That arc is, I mean, if I'm Colonel Vessery, I'm going 5. That's just me though,
Nah.
because I don't know
If
if
I'm
that clears. What if that
the
doesn't
arc
clear
the arc
and
has
it's
to go forward. He's either going to
so
go
it goes
one forward
1?
or one bank. Right, but then your 4K clears for sure.
Okay, I didn't know if the back end would catch it there. But yeah, you go with your arc very slow. I mean, there's no reason to take your arc out of the fight. You just want some shots. You only get 2 dice out the back, though. It's the only bad part about those arcs. It'd be
I
nice if they
mean,
got 3 dice out each side.
the arc could K turn here as well.
It could. Yep.
We've already seen him do it once this game. I wouldn't be surprised if we see him do it again. Do you pre-position Anakin and barrel roll down? Or what would be stream left?
The bigger problem
Oh,
is
oh,
that
oh, oh.
yeah.
Called it.
The only problem there is depending on what he does for his maneuver. I mean, I guess if you're going the long way around, yep. Well, you're right. There you go. You got your arc with a 4K.
Yep. And I think
Hey, what do we
do
wager?
that.
We see a 4K out of Colonel.
Everything.
Oh,
Oh,
no, he's
shit.
going for aggression. Look at that. You get
Oh,
your
let's hope
evade.
Anakin doesn't do that purple talon again.
Yep, got an Obi bump. Gonna get an
Got an
Anakin bump.
anti-bump. Yep.
What is Vader gonna do? Oh, Vader's doing it too hard. It's funny, like you probably barrel rolled to try to get repositioned for next turn.
Yeah. Barrel roll out and back.
Because I mean, you're not taking any shots except from that arc. You do your barrel roll. I think Colonel won't have a shot at all either. If he does, it's barely on Anakin. Or do you move your target lock to Anakin? Oh, it's already on Anakin. So there you go. You just do your barrel roll. Yep. If I were you, I'd probably spend the force to take a focus too, just because you can. It probably does not matter. Anakin's got range 1. Does he check arc, or do we just assume he's in arc now? You there, Charles? Maybe I lost Charles. All right. Anakin shooting that. 2 hits. Oh, we got the defender. Got to spend your evade token there. Or do you have a focus? I don't know if he has a focus. All right, 1 shield down. Going back into Anakin.
Yep. Range 1.
That's right, he boosted. That's why he doesn't have a focus. All right, 4 on 3. We'll see if we can get some more damage into Anakin. And when you roll hit, crit, you don't have to worry about that. No reason to take a target lock to reroll. Oh, and Anakin blanks out. 2 force means 2 crits. And that's a dead Anakin. Pop.
The Ada is great till it's not.
Well, that drastically changes the point score right there.
Yeah,
we now got Archie in the lead with 105 to 45 points.
I don't think he's dead in the water. He still has a full health Obi and a full health Arc. I mean,
yeah, I agree with you. It's not the end of the game, but losing Anakin in that turn that's a hard hitter. So
range 3 through a cloud.
Yep. 4 dice for Vader
with an auto evade if he doesn't roll.
No problem for Vader. No problem. Now the only issue is you have your Obi in a bad position. You probably Talon roll with your Obi. It almost looks like his Vader's on an angle right there too.
It
tilted
does,
up on the
like
board.
when he bumped. I think when he bumped in front of that cloud, he hit it at a weird angle.
Now the downfalls of TTS.
I don't think it's a downfall. I think it's more close to reality.
Yeah, but you wouldn't be on a weird. I'm talking like it looks like his butt is hanging up higher than his front. Maybe it's just a weird TTS angle.
Oh, like tilted, like there's a token underneath him.
Yes.
Oh, I thought you meant like the actual angle of the ship.
No. All right, we get a 2 hard in. It's that cloud. Pompous Sith. Oh, Colonel Vessery. Yep, that's very true, Raku. That's like, and those defenders, when they hit, man, those things hit. That thing hit like a truck.
Oh, 2K.
Yep, you don't see that very often either.
No, because it leaves you tokenless.
Yep. Hey, it looks like everybody will be tokenless this time. Probably not Vader. Vader will be the only one. Yep, Vader coming in there.
Boost. Oh, no, he doesn't get a boost. He could barrel roll, but right now he doesn't have a shot. Do you just stay and wait for a round, or?
Well, at minimum, you take your target lock. You have to take a target lock because there's no reason not to. And I personally would probably barrel roll with him to see if I can get a shot on that arc to start picking away at it. I mean, I guess you don't have to because you're in the lead. So do you really need to? Probably not. You probably don't. I guess why would you want to take like more dice than you have to?
Yeah, there's not a reason to take an unnecessary risk right there.
Yeah. So there you go. You don't do it. Kirk says it happens in real life after bumps. Yeah, that's probably true. I guess I never thought about that. It just looks weird on the screen. I'm sure it's not. I'm sure it's just the angle I'm at, but and you really have a great position for Vader for next round. You know.
Oh yeah, Vader gets to do whatever Vader wants.
Yep. But without that target lock, Colonel doesn't get his target lock, and Colonel needs a target lock this round, no matter what. He has to have that. Oh, is he gonna barrel roll too? He is. Look at that.
Is that? Do you think that's obstructed then?
Yes. No, because I think the arc's front is on that angle. So I'm gonna guess you can call unobstructed. But we'll find out. As soon as he pulls his dice out, we'll know. Or you can look in the chat.
No, they're both unobstructed.
Okay.
Because that front corner is further down than the corner that's in the cloud.
Ooh, hit crit. You can change your crit. For your hit to a crit, you get FCF or FCF, whatever you want to call it.
FCS, yeah.
There you go.
Reroll the blank into another hit.
Only one dice. And all 3 shields are gone. At least you didn't take a crit on him specifically yet.
Where do you go here? I think you go Vessery. Vessery has no token.
Yes.
It's 4 dice, and Vader has force and focus. You have to go vet. Oh, I guess not. This is why I don't play in the XTC.
Well, he does get the... I don't know. Yeah, I think you're right. Is that a hit?
Yeah, 1 hit, 1 eyeball.
Okay.
So it spends a force to make it 2 hits. 2 evades. Vader says 2 easy.
Yeah, and if you could have plinked those 2 shields away from Vessery, if you could get all shields off Vessery, you got half points on that defender.
I will say this: it's easier for us to make calls when we're not in the heat of the game with 6 minutes left. But I still think you go into Vessery. Vessery is worth more points than Vader.
All right, here comes Vessery coming back. Well, does he have? He does not have FCS.
He's crack shot.
But he does get his target lock. Spend it. Blah blah blah. 2 hits. Oh no,
so 2 more
hits. Oh. And that becomes half points on that arc.
I think at that point, 5 minutes left. I think that is the nail in the coffin.
I think it depends. We'll see here. It depends here because you're going to get at least one more round.
Yeah, but you're down over 60 points.
You're down 81.
Yeah, so the only win condition to pick you back over 80 is to chew through the hull and shields of that defender.
And that's 7. That's 7 hits.
Yeah, Vader is 68 and Vessery is 84. So the win condition is Vessery now.
Yep, that's true. Win condition is Vessery, and that's again the problem is all of them get 3. All of them get 3. Yeah. Things.
3 evade dice. It's like having a fang.
Actually, I think they're better than a fang.
Hush your mouth.
I will tell you. I think
we don't need that negativity on this stream. Well, yeah.
Now, I will tell you the only the fangs are better maneuver wise than defenders are, though.
Except for the white K turns.
Well, yes, okay, yes and no. Defenders force you to go fast, whereas fangs have options. Defenders do have better blues, though. I like the blues on the defenders better.
Defenders have a much better stat line, though.
Yep.
Because they have
Because
shield.
you get the shields, yeah. But they are double the points. So
How much is the cheapest defender?
like so is 63, I think. It's enough you can't run 3 of them. So 60 points each would put you at 180.
68. And
No, Opie bumped there. Invader goes in for the bump too. Taking your shots away. Colonel's still going to get a damn target lock, though. Vader going into Obi.
Yep.
Looks range 3 to me. Two hits from Vader. You got to spend your force. I guess is fine.
Range 2 on Vader. No bullseye, so just the 2 dice shot.
Oh, man.
You got no force, no tokens.
You got 1 force. 1 hit. I think they're trying to get 1 more round off. Yep. There you go.
Vader's safe. I know the frustration that Spain must be feeling right now. You get stuck in that. No matter how many dice I throw, they always have enough evades. It's mathematically speaking, it's good. You know what I mean? Mathematically, it doesn't defy the odds, but it sure seems like it when you're stuck in that moment. You get inside your own head and you start wondering about.
Ooh, hit crit. And you get your target lock. Gotta get your rerolls in. And we just see a hit crit. We're gonna see a crit come through. Is that a direct hit? Nope, structural damage. All right. You got to focus, don't you? Do you not have a focus? Oh, I see. He hasn't rolled them yet? Yeah, okay, there you go. I was like, yeah, you got to focus, man. 3 hits, going back into that defender. Hey, look at that. 2 more shields. Don't know if they will play another round or not. I got 0 on my timer. Got 0 on their timer. And it is a nice game when we don't, Archie could have ran there. We see him not run there. Thought that was a pretty nice thing not to have happen. My guess is the game is over, but we will see. Essentially, we had an amazing tournament. Looks like Marcelo from Spain will go down. 35 points to Sweden's 126. Archie's got him. I don't even know if next turn Archie. I mean, again, you have to get that defender. That's the only thing you can do is get points on that defender, really. And that's about it. If you could take the defender off the board, you do win. But with no time on the clock, I don't think that is possible. So we're going to go ahead and double check. Yep, good game. There you go. Good game, I will say. Definitely worth the time. Thank you all so much for joining in with us. We have another game tomorrow. Our game tomorrow is not till 6 p.m. though, but we do have a game tomorrow. We are, I believe, let me check here. Who do we have tomorrow? Come on. Tomorrow we have New Zealand versus Iceland. So we have a game tomorrow at 6 o'clock for you if you would like to join us. And then we have another game on Sunday, as of right now, at 3 o'clock with Scotland versus Germany. Or I should say 1900 UTC on Sunday and 2200 UTC on tomorrow, on Thursday. With that being said, we're going to go ahead and play our opening credits. Oh, I got to pay out the bets. There you go. Why don't I pay out the bets before we end the stream? Awesome. Paying out the bets, and thank you all for joining us on Planning Phase Syndicate. If you have not yet, please go ahead, click that follow button. If you want to be a subscriber, or if you want to actually, you got to have Target Lock TV. You got to give me a few seconds to hit the thing. You're 90 seconds behind me, man. Hold on, 90 seconds to pay out. Hold on us. And then, so we will be back tomorrow. If you have not, you can go ahead and hit the subscribe button. If you have a free Amazon thing, you can go ahead and use it. If you don't want to use it, that's okay too. But if you would like to help support us, Amazon is free. There is the link on how you can use your Amazon to give us a free subscription. You can also join us over on Patreon. We do quarterly giveaways. This month we have tokens that we are going to be giving away. And I believe the next giveaway after that will be dial covers. And usually what we do is let the Patreons kind of pick, hey, who do you want to have a dial cover for? I think the first ones we ever made were Ahsoka. And I wish I had pictures of these. I should bring pictures. But we had Ahsoka and Hera dial covers that we had that our other co-hosts actually made for us. So either which way, thank you for joining us. And hopefully we'll see you back here next week. Or not next week. Next day, Thursday at 2200 hours. If you want to stick around, we will probably do a raid if anybody's still